What do we do in the offseason? I know that we like to revamp whenever there's controversy. Let's start with overtime.
No, let me start before that with something you said. Let's start with full-time officials.
Yeah.
Get those guys working all the time. Get them in on Mondays, all 125 of them, to look at every play. This is how we're going to call it. This is how we're not going to call it. Make it full-time. And then in the playoffs, keep the officials together. If that was a crew, when that happened, two other guys would have run in there and
They would have asked for help.
You know what?
Right?
Hey, I saw this. You got it. We missed it. This is a flag. But because, hey, I don't know this guy. He's supposed to be the best. Crews need to be together.
Yeah, egos get in the way a little bit. I
think.
Unfamiliarity.
Yeah.
Okay, so overtime. Overtime's okay?
I like overtime the way it is.
Okay.
I'm a defensive-minded coach. If we kick off, I need to be able to hold you to a field goal. If you're going to drive it down 14 plays and score, then we deserve to lose the game. On these rules, I would want to kick off. Stop the other team, maybe hold them to a field goal. At least we know what we need the second time around.
All right, as far as the play, the non-call, how do we ensure that that doesn't happen?
It's going to happen.
Okay.
Get used to it. Get over it. I was a student at the University of Minnesota. Drew Pearson pushed off on Nate Wright in 1975. Okay, he pushed off and they scored. It happens. Okay.
I don't know if are you over it?
I am over it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I just want to make sure.
It happened. I was mad. I was 19 years old. I was mad for a year, but it's not going to change. The people in Oakland still tell me Frenchie Fuqua hit the ball and it shouldn't have happened, and the Immaculate Reception. 40 years. And we talk about it and it's fine. Bert Emanuel caught the ball. Okay. We didn't go to the Super Bowl. I'm like Drew Brees. We didn't go. Get over it.
How does the tuck rule get called? Like, how does that play get called? Do you think
it's because of this? It's an overreaction to something that happens. We try to fix it, and then you don't understand. There's unintended consequences from something.
But he wasn't tucking the ball. Charles Woodson hits Brady, and you go, how's that not a fumble?
Somebody fumbled the ball, and they should have called it this way and should have called it an incomplete pass, so they try to make a black and white rule. This whole catch, no catch thing, Des Bryant and Zach Ertz going in, it started with Calvin Johnson. We saw it.
Yes.
Calvin Johnson catches the ball. He's celebrating. Goes down to pick himself up. And he had the ball for 10 minutes.
Oh, I know.
And they called it incomplete. And then to justify that, they had to come up with this rule that now we've got all these no catches for the next 10 years. And it's overreaction to a bad call, so we can't overreact to this one.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.